With Outpost Infinity Siege due for release in February, we were bound to get some sort of new trailer, and we have. And we have so much new stuff to talk about, including a new minor release date delay. Good day to you my friends, I'm Kenator, and I've been following Outpost since its very first announcement, because this is the sort of game that is right up my street. So if you haven't seen them, I have other videos on the channel covering the game so far. But I'll cut to the chase, we have a 1 month delay. So not a big one, and this delay does come with an exact date for our calendars, the 26th of March. Which gives us just shy of 3 weeks to play Homeworld 3 before this drops. As I have said in other videos, delays are not always a bad thing. Many times the devs are just taking the time they need to make sure it is ready. Now on to the breakdown. I'm going to jump around the trailer a bit here, just to cover all similar elements together. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link the official trailer in the description. This is a much more story-heavy trailer to prime us for the game's lore and setting. Instead of starting with the humans, the trailer starts off by showing us the big bads of the game, the AI gone rogue. And when I say big, just look at the size of this mech. All these units are just standing on. And what looks like launch tubes for smaller mechs, and then even bigger cannons below that. This thing isn't alone though. We have a huge flying weapons platform above that looks like it makes this walking titan of a mech look small. But unlike this titan, we have seen these flyers before, albeit from above last time. But we still haven't seen any gameplay from these in the trailers yet, so this may be story related. So back to this Titan then, this clearly looks like a new boss to me, and my god have they scaled up the bosses if this is true. Back in the first public test there wasn't anywhere near anything this size. Later in the trailer, this beast is shown to have the name Kronos and just drops out of the sky. But this does lack a bit of weight and impact shock, like the drop pillars have, that we've seen since the first trailer, which these two seem to have had a design change to something a bit more simple. But getting the effects to look right from say this guy landing could be one of the main reasons we're getting a delay, as they turn up the excitement to 11 in the game. Mr. Kronos here looks like an easy mode version of the huge mech at the start of the trailer, but what it lacks in cannons and bulk, it certainly makes up for in missile launchers it seems. Pretty much every weapon on the player bases has been used offensively against the enemies, but with this it seems like having a Sea-Wiz will mean it can actually be used for what it was designed to do, taking down inbound missiles. Sadly, we don't see any of the UI for these guns. Back in the first test we could set the priority to shoot smaller minions, group leaders or bosses. I hope we get to see a defensive setting in addition to all of these, so we can take out these type of threats too. Having something that large coming for your base will surely be stressful and terrifying, and I'm all ready for it, provided the base has a chance to even win. Here I wonder if, like the old bosses, this has weak points too. If we pause here, because this shot is so damn quick, it looks like the hinges on the legs might be weak spots due to being lit up, as are these areas. And we also see these on the first large mech too. Another possible weak spot could be these glowing purple areas on the legs. Another thing to point out here, on the final recovery days where you get the boss to show up, you don't actually need to kill the boss to win. You just need to last past the timer and escape via a dropship. This could be easier said than done though if the boss is still alive. But given we're seeing so much normal gunfire being negated, it's possible this boss might just be a survival test and not meant to be killed till later. And you will want to be killing the bosses as they do drop quite valuable loot, and you'll need this for progress. Moving on to slightly smaller mechs now, it's great to see this new enemy mech get in on the fighting. We barely saw it do more than walk and look intimidating in the last trailer, so plenty of progress here and it looks fantastic. We also have the pilotable player mechs, which come in various shapes and sizes, and just like the guns on your base, will need to be manually reloaded with ammo by yourself or a teammate. And it also seems like we have a new kid on the block, bringing up our pilotable mechs to at least 4 now, as I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this bad boy before. He looks like he has a siege mode which trades off your mobility for some seriously heavy firepower, and it kinda looks like all the mechs are getting tweaked for specific roles rather than just being different tiers of mech. If true, this is going to be awesome and help people stick to a playstyle they like the most. A big thing here I really want to point out that the trailer barely touches on is the huge customization of the type of projectile. We've seen plenty of machine gun and sniper shots from all the trailers, but there is so much you can do with it. Here in a blink and you'll miss it example, elemental scattershot and trigger finger. But look to the right and you can see the gun is already equipped with 8 XEN upgrades. 1 of pyro making the shots burn, and 6 of these trigger finger mods, not just 1. Which leads to this absolutely mental rapid fire pyro shotgun effect, which does huge close range damage. And this just scratches the surface of the different combinations you can pull off. In the first playtest, I preferred going completely the other way for group play. I had a sniper build with a mod that increased damage with distance, as well as chain stunning the enemies when it hit, all from the safety of the base, and this enabled me to help with base tasks like reloading ammo as well. And if you want more customization, this can come in not only the loadout of your gear, but the character itself. For example, this character has Hell Missile, and this is a normal skill on a standard cooldown timer. When it comes to skill, these are fixed to each character, but you don't get to choose which character you get. You will get given a few random new recruits to choose from if you want to use them for a mission instead of your starter character. And if you make it through the whole run and extract with them at the end, this character then becomes part of your roster. Die in a mission with any new acquired character and you will lose that character. The benefit here is a huge range of different skills that can be accessed and leveled up as your character does. Not only that, acquiring new characters can help you at the home base, speeding up research and other tasks. So we have customizable skills with customizable gear, with a hugely customizable gun, working out of a highly customizable base. With all these options, it may seem overwhelming, but you will get the hang of this pretty quickly, and there's plenty of room to experiment without too much risk at the lower levels of difficulty, before taking on harder things with a new build. Jumping into the base building now, because I have to talk about this. All base editing is done outside of the combat maps, and within the Outpost editor. Most of your runs will be to get materials to improve the outpost. Your outpost is your progression. While characters and gear can be lost, your outpost is forever, even if destroyed on a mission. Do not expect to be building anything during a fight. Only deployables can be placed during a mission. Your base works with the big tower at the back providing the initial base power, which is shared via building floor panels, and spread to higher levels via staircases, that if taken out will drop power to the rest of your base. So care is needed in base layout and protection. This example base is pretty late game in my opinion, given the huge triple cannon in use. As you start with the small machine gun turrets, before moving up to single and double barrel cannons, then to mortars and artillery, not to mention the mech launchers and spider tank factories, before you get to these huge cannons. And it's these spider tanks that can be controlled by a command interface, in a more RTS style of gameplay, and the trailer shows us much more on this front too. Now I'm not sure if these are new additional units or have replaced the spider tanks, but these shopping trolleys with guns look hilarious. I would say with this part of the trailer showing them jumping like the old spider tanks, I would say these are replacement models. We see the larger mechs also being controlled via command mode, as well as manual targeting of the larger artillery. And we also have deployment of Tesla coils called Titan Spikes. These two have a new model to them compared to what we've seen previously, which can be seen here with the UI that's not been updated yet. Another new thing that they've snuck into this trailer that I haven't seen before is base painting with camo, blue and red paint jobs. I would definitely love to see the options on this because this adds another level of customization, albeit a cosmetic one this time. The only main disappointing thing for me is the needless addition of tits and arse at the end here to what is essentially a war game. Maybe it's just to get the younger gamers' eyes on the game, but I don't see how this fits with the rest of the game to have a scantily clad woman hologram thing, especially with 2 Titan mechs looming in the background. Maybe there's a good story reason for this, but we'll just have to wait and see. I can say, however, this element won't change the fact that the game has solid gameplay and is fun and challenging to play. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give the like button a little tickle, do let me know your thoughts below and consider sharing the video. I'll be back with more Outpost content as more info is released. Kenator, out.